pray for the president, pray for him that God change his heart. And when he brings something to the table, come from God, they can vote for it, for the better for everybody. So everybody has to have hope in his heart. And praying that God is going to lead him to do the right thing.
What are some other things that Hook said?
I feel too much uncertainties on the horizon because he is a leader. Nobody knows where he stands. He keeps on changing, you know, positions all the time. And even business, other things depend upon certain things. So it is in a troubling times. We need to pray as he's saying because nobody knows the direction where we are going. Keeps on changing. And his relationship with Russia is also another troubling thing. Russia is an enemy to the Western world. And this guy tries to gravitate towards him. It's dangerous.
What are some other things that came up for you? What are some other ways that you're feeling or you're thinking about this moment?
I didn't talk about this, but like, I feel like this is going to put people together somehow. We talk about community. Now we need communities, not almost like we need to talk about it. If we don't have any community, we're all gonna go down. So this somehow is gonna put us together. We don't have any way choice at this point.
Can I ask a question to the group? So a lot of you all chose to come here today because you're interested in thinking about your own leadership here, either at Hostos, in your community, any faith-based organizations you might be a part of, political clubs. How has this political moment changed how you think about or you relate to this idea of leadership or yourselves as a leader?
Yes. I'm working with an organization called Endeavor Center in there. So now we're trying to put different mosques together to tell them what can happen to them, what can happen to the Muslim community, and what can happen, what they can do to us or what they can't do to us. So I feel like this has allowed me to be more involved, to learn more. So somehow maybe that's a positive outcome.
That's actually kind of connected to this idea that we'll talk about later around forming safety and thinking about ways and strategies and ideas to keep our community safe in times that are very uncertain.
Right now, I feel that at this moment there is a lot of division in the nation. So I think that a way of having leadership would be like getting everybody together.
Yeah, so figuring out ways to bring people together. Absolutely. What about some other voices we haven't heard yet? What are you all thinking? What's rattling around in your brains? What's some stuff you can talk about?
Like in the past, I was not interested in politics, and I thought it didn't concern me. But now I'm starting to think like it does concern me.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
I feel like even today is like more even like gender equality, but at the very end, I feel like it's still not still inequality between men and women because as of Clinton, she was winning at the prediction vote, but she lost at the how do you say the actual vote.
The electoral process.
Yeah. So I feel like the people is not really ready to
For the change?
to give the power for the women.
Yeah.
I'm currently mentoring in Crear Futuro. It's a program at Washington College for Hispanic youth, and we have knowledge I gain and education that can help them relate to that. Why it's important to vote, why Bernie and Hillary and Trump, if you haven't heard those names, and why just the knowledge of using it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the parts of what you all are bringing up, I think, is really important, right? It's like, this is a moment of great transition, right? No matter how you feel about it, no matter if you think it's going to be okay at the end of the day or if it's going to be all bad, it's a great moment of transition. And our entire government is changing, and really the ground under our feet, the kind of assumptions that we have about the country we live in, how we are going to, be able to relate to one another, who's going to be able to vote, who's going to be able to stand in the country, like all these things are shifting, right? And I think it's a good thing for us to have hope, right? For us to believe that we can, we can do things in order to make sure that the outcome is, one that we agree with. I think it's also, points to, I think what I heard you say earlier around, we all need to be in action, right? We need to be connecting with people to like, figure out, like, so what do you know, what do you not know? How are you connected to what's going on? How are you not connected? And really thinking about, right, what's at stake and how do we keep each other safe? And so that's part of that's really the big framework what we're going to be talking about today. But these are the big themes that we're going to be centering our activities around, our thinking and our discussions and our play. So again, it's about depending on one another, right? How do we think? So keep in mind as we play these games, and they're going to be silly, ridiculous games, right? So it's not going to be like super apparent, like how they necessarily tie into these themes, but just kind of think about, like, what might this bring in for you? What might this be a metaphor for? How might you take these ideas and concepts out into the world when after this workshop is over? So again, just back to our big themes, right? Depending on one another, identifying, sensing, and responding to challenges. This one? Yeah. Sure. So do you all know what this might mean? What do you think this might mean? Identifying, sensing, and responding to challenges. Why is that important? An important thing for a leader to be able to do?
To be active, to be able to identify a challenge, then sense what would be the right way to respond to that challenge.
Yeah, exactly. Did folks hear what she said? Okay. Any other ideas about what this might mean? Identifying, sensing, and responding to challenges. So this is really just three things, and our sister here said it, I think, in a way that I would agree with. It's like, so what are so if we agree that there are challenges, right? Whether you think they're political challenges or the challenge, any challenge around school, around your community, around your family, challenges are all around us, right? And so the key thing to being able to deal with the challenge is being able to identify it, like, oh, look, there's a challenge. Sensing and sensing, identifying. So what kind of challenge is this? Is it like a political challenge? Is this a challenge that might put me in great physical harm? Is this a challenge of I gotta get that last piece of pizza because I'm really hungry? Like, what's the challenge and how do you sense what your response needs to be? And then really figuring out what the appropriate response is to that challenge. Right? And so so it's not only oh, there's a big problem in front of us. I think there is a big problem in front of us, and I think that's a big problem to anyone, President Trump, personally. And I think that the thing we have to be really good at as a community and as leaders in our community is really identifying what the challenge is, sensing, so what is the level of the challenge, and figuring out how to respond to that challenge. So that's what this theme means. And then finally, it's forming safety together, right? So how do we keep ourselves safe, right? How do we keep each other safe? As leaders in your community, on your campus, in your family, in your religious organizations, whatever, in your political clubs, how do you form safety and help keep yourself and other people safe? I think that's going to be increasingly important for us to really think about and bring into the ways that we're thinking about the work that we do. Any questions or any kind of thoughts that are coming up right now before we move on? Some games. All right, let's do some games. Find a partner. Find one other partner, one other person, and then spread out around the room. So in the clearer parts of you. So fill in some of the empty space. So, no, you can find one part, but just one other partner. So just pairs of two and stand up, and we're going to spread around the room. This space over here, and then the next space over there. All right. And when you're ready, put your hands up. Okay. All right. Okay. Can I have someone volunteer to be my lovely assistant to show how to play this game? All right, let's stand here. Okay, so everyone, can everyone see me? Can everyone see me and Adelena? Okay, so I want everyone to put their right hand out and their left thumb down. Okay, so now move so that your partner's thumb is on top of your palm and that your thumb is on top of your partner's. Right hand out and right palm up and then left thumb down. Now make sure that the thumb is like this. Yeah, you're pairing your thumb with their palm and their palm with your thumb. Yeah, there you go. All right, everybody got it so far? Yes. All right. Now the object of this game is called thumb taps. The object is to grab your partner's thumb without getting your thumb grabbed. Okay, now, time out. So try to keep score. So keep score of how many times you catch someone's thumb. 1. All right. But then also make sure you're trying to keep your partner's score down. And also be gentle. Don't break someone's thumb. Okay. You need, again, forming safety together. Don't break anyone's thumb. Okay, thank you. Everybody for your partner. Oh, you know, that's okay. Are you playing? All right, so I'm gonna give you guys 30 seconds. So see who can win. All right, on your mark, get set, go. Raise your hand if you think you won in your pair. Who won? All right, listen up. So now, we're going to do like a rematch. So I think it's not clear about who won this last round. We're going to do a rematch. Can I have you be my lovely assistant again? So round 2 is a little different. Give me your hand. All right, this is called toe tag. So again, be gentle, right? We're forming safety together. So, but the object of this game is to tap your partner's toes as many times as you can without getting yours tapped. Okay, so tap that. All right, pause. See, I won. So there you go. All right, so get with your partner, hold hands, and then try to tap your partner's toes gently. Again, we're not raising your toes or hurting anyone. See how many times you can tap your partner's So this level, what we're going to do, we're going to stand like this. We're both like balanced. And then we're going to try to knock each other off the top. But we're going to be gentle. We're not going to push people down. We're not going to hurt people. If you don't want your partner to push you, tell them that you can knock them off. But, oh, here we go. Give me your hands. Do it like this. So see if we can. Oh, okay, all right. Okay, so you get that idea? So we're not pushing. Give me your hands. Put your hands together. You try to push your partner off the balance. All right. So, try that with your partner. So
You're so soft.
workshop that I've led before? Raise your hands, some of y'all. Okay. So you all know, like the walk around the stop, go, jump. Yeah. Okay. Can someone explain like what I mean when I mean like walk around? Sure.
I can do it.
Facebook can do it.
What is that?
The walk around exercise.
Okay, so you walk around and
How you do that?
like this.
There you go. Boom.
Hey, what's up?
Give him a round of applause. Good job. So in this exercise, we're gonna walk around, and I'll give you directions after that. So let's just start by walking around. So walk around. Make sure to try to fill in the space all over the room. Maybe as you pass people, like give my head nod, like what's up, good morning, or what's up. All right. Maybe walk like it's raining outside. You're trying to get to where you're trying to go. How would you change your pace? How would you change how you walk if it was raining outside? Oh, you're walking around like it's raining outside. All right, maybe you're walking around like it's the first day of spring. Like it's finally warm outside.
Oh, wait.
Walk like you're 5 minutes late to work. Or to All right, and pause. Okay, that's pretty easy, right? That's just walking around. All right, let me have a volunteer. Okay, all right, so, John Carlos. All right, so John Carlos, what you're gonna do is you're gonna walk around. And everyone else, what you guys are gonna do, you're gonna follow what he does. Maybe if you walk or you stop, everyone will do what you're doing. So like follow the leader, follow the leader. Okay, so hit it.
What I do?
Please.
Don't follow, don't literally follow the leader. Like walk around the space, but just keep an eye out. Make sure you can kind of keep an eye on.
The man is boss.
All right.
That's actually what we're doing.
Okay, now pause. Great job, John Carlos. So let me give you one other direction. Okay, so now you're gonna walk like randomly throughout the room. So people like kind of following you, actually following you right now. So just walk in a way that they can't really follow you, but that they have their eye on you. To do what you do. Okay, so you don't like walk behind him, but just keep him like out of the corner of your eye and do it. See how well you can do what he does without looking directly at him. Yeah, I like this game. Feel it hard over your head, brother.
I'm sorry right now.
Okay. Okay, so this round you're gonna do leader. Okay, so go for it.
This one.
All right, and pause. Okay, was this different than the first round? Okay, what was different? Okay, so she's moving her hands. Did you find it difficult to follow the leader without looking directly at them?
In this time, yes.
I was looking at it easier.
You were what?
I know they were going to do what she's doing, so I was just looking. So I have so I can see her.
Right. So you were watching other people see what they did because you knew that you would be able to follow them. Ah. Okay. All right. Another volunteer. who won't let the power go to their head.
Some shape.
All right, yes, what's your name?
Dale.
Dale. All right, take us away, Dale. I feel like I'm walking around. Who's All right, Rob, great job. All right, we're gonna change it up. We're going to a harder, more difficult level. Can I have one volunteer? Okay. Oh.
No, I'll get my own.
Okay. That's you, raise your hand? Sure. All right, so here's your job. You're gonna leave the room, and we're gonna pick a leader, and they're gonna be walking around, you're gonna try to figure out who the leader is. Oh, that is cool. Okay. Everybody heard that, okay? So you gotta get slick. We gotta get slick with it. Okay. Tell me your name again? So Tisa's gonna leave. We'll go out in a couple minutes and get you and bring you back in. We'll go so you can't see your name. Thank you. All right, so now we have an outside person that we want to make sure they can't tell which one of us is the leader. All right, so we have a volunteer to be the leader. Okay. All right, so let's just talk for a second about strategies, right? So someone said, who was it? Who said this? That they figured out how to follow the leader by not looking at the leader, but by looking at other people. Yeah. So that's one strategy. What's another strategy you can employ to make sure you don't let your leader get caught?
Relinquish our power.
Huh? Rhythm. Okay.
Follow the same kind of.
Oh.
Yeah. Maybe the leader shouldn't be too obvious about changing your stance.
Right.
It should be like, you can go from this to this, it's like,
Right, okay. All right, so I'm gonna go get Tisu. You guys continue strategizing if you want to, but but start walking around. Okay, so look, comes in.
One step.
Everybody should crawl. Everybody should crawl. Have different leaders, like some leaders.
Everybody walk around. Keep walking. Alright, Tisa's back. So this is a group. So you get 3 chances to kind of see who the leader is. 3 chances. Give our first year a chance to guess.
really something telling my heart.
Okay, all right. So, can we have also, tell me your name. Revia. How about you now be the person who goes out? So give us like 2 minutes, and I'll come out and meet you. Don't go too far. All right, so, what do you think of the direction? What do you think? Volunteers?
I second that, I second that.
The cameraman.
Oh, the camera. Okay. All right. So what was it that worked? Hang on. So what was it that worked well? You think in the last time?
That really don't work for us. I think we need to find someone who will look at the tour leader, and all the rest of us will look at that first.
Oh.
That may be confusing.
Or maybe, yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry, if you're gonna have some leaders, make them have their own turn. Like the first one is turn to the next one, and then right away treat your other. So you don't have
So she's
No,
the
there's-
second sub leader and then somebody else, another sub leader, and then everybody looking at those different people, like, instead of looking just at one person.
So if you guys want to figure that out, go for it. I have no idea how to explain
So
that.
who's the leader? He's the
Yeah,
leader,
he's a leader.
sub leader, sub leader. Okay,
I'm a
so.
sub leader. Okay, there is sub leader.
So we, only
Who's
us
following
can
you?
look at him, and then we gonna follow him, and then whoever is next to us, we're gonna spread out, they follow us. Go.
So we don't look at him.
You look at where,
Yeah.
We don't ever look at it.
Yeah, you can stay in your corner and just kind of just slide. He's not gonna know that you.
Yeah, we just gotta be walking around.
Okay, just move
No, you gotta participate.
I think he has to participate.
Yeah, you gotta participate.
If he doesn't know.
Okay, yeah.
Just do a slide move. That he doesn't know that you're playing. Still there.
So let's walk. Let's walk. Let's walk around the middle.
Okay, you ready? Ready for Revia?
You're supposed to be walking too.
Do
you understand the rules?
No, I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah, but just do something and then you have to stand.
Yeah, but you have to move.
Yeah.
I think he
has to be.
Okay, yeah, come in the center. Let's be moving around and
All right, let's everyone, you guys ready?
I don't know how to handle it. That's the new thing. I don't know.
If he stays over there and he just move you guys to it.
So we're gonna
Cool,
stay
man.
moving. We can't
No, we're gonna be walking around and whatever he does over there, we're gonna be doing it in the middle. Is that what she wants?
Focus in circles, she won't see it.
Yeah, okay. No, so you go start and then we're gonna follow.
Okay, you
and
just sit
we'll
on.
add on to it together.
Okay, you guys ready?
Uh-huh.
All right, so get started and I'll get
Start
Revia.
walking around.
Okay, all right, so when you read through again, and when you want to take a guess, you'll stop.
Getting you.
Ta. Tick. Tick. Ta. Tick. Ta. Tick. Ta. Tick. Ta.
All right, pause. Pause. All right. So take a guess, and then we can go back to it if you want to, or you can throw in the towel. But take a guess.
Me?
All right. Do you want to take another guess, or you want to? Okay. So keep going. That was so good. You might be walking to the next hour. Okay. Yes. You. Yes. No, you.
Okay, I think when you guys were stopping, he was going like this. So I realized I was in the next one.
He moved. All right. Okay. Great. Good job. So, so now it's your turn to go out. All right. So that was going to get hard until it gets more difficult. Here's the next level. The next level. Is everyone listening? The next level is that there is no leader. So that means that you all are following each other, right? So if we're walking and I stop, and if you see someone stop, then you follow what they're doing. If you see someone walk, then you follow what they're doing. But it's a balance of cooperating and watching and listening, sensing what's going on around you. Okay? You want to practice it for a little while, or you think you're okay? Okay, so practice for a little while. Yeah. So, but there is no leader, right? So.
There's no leader.
Yeah, that's fine. But remember that you don't want to be called out as a leader by the outside person. All right, I'm gonna bring him in.
Okay.
Right. So, as usual, when you think you found a leader, you'll stop and then we'll give you a yes. Stop. All right, what do you see? Who do you think is the leader? The structure? Okay, what was he doing that made you think that he was the leader?
This was the first, like,
Okay, was it this? Okay, were you the beginner of this motion?
yeah.
Okay, all right, well, he got you. Okay, so now you step out. All right, let's keep going. Let's take another round or two. So see if you can find you can watch the leader. So what motion was that that made you think that she was leader?
She started first.
Okay. Where you did you start that movement? No.
Yes. She started first. And she was the one to go first.
Okay. But you're saying you were following someone else. Oh. There's another leader. She's not the leader.
Somebody stopped before her.
Yeah, somebody stopped before. All right. Pause. That was it. Okay. So good job. We gave you like the super hard version, which is actually with no leader.